whole universe is unfolding. This will too. Okay, so we're back in India. Now what? More will be revealed. We're all subject to using labels.
Yeah.
So if you want to put labels on this, we'll go pretty and old.
No, nothing like that.
Okay, so the Where to Go series has begun. Well, the Where to Go part has been answered. We're at the Ambi Beach Resort, Lighthouse Beach, Kovalam.
Slow travel means that you basically live wherever you find yourself. And so some things are repetitive, like having coffee in the morning, and we find a way to get that done. Either we buy it or we make it ourselves. Other things are, for me,
Yoga and handstands.
and of course walks together and sometimes nice runs.
It's really bringing us to is what are we doing here? What are we doing with our lives? Are we enjoying it? Are we making the most of it? We've been on the theme for a while about being a good human being, and you can figure that out for yourself, maybe. We have some common ground, and we move forward. That one was scared off. Good morning there, Fluffy. Huh? Well, hello, my friend. You recognize Olga? Yeah, you recognize Olga as a dog lover, don't you? Huh?
You kids are just related, aren't you? This is a brother and a sister or whatever you are. You got
Many of you know that we are vegetarian, and some of you know that we're vegan because you've seen us use the soy milk for coffee. But that's a personal choice. We talk about it when it comes up as an issue, like we can't find anything to eat. India is pretty good, but it happened a couple times in Thailand. Of course, there's lots of travel planning segments in the day-to-day travel, and even in the slow travel. We're booking one way, and then we size things up and see where it's practical and affordable to go next. In this case, it will be Oman, but we've had that booked for a couple months. Okay, I thought we'd talk about a little more about the processes involved in deciding where to go and what to book, where to stay, how much it costs, the flow of that. And it's a little bit ridiculous because it unfolds automatically, and that's what we have discovered, that our best experiences have been just when it unfolds naturally. Olga says organically. But I also do the research. It's kind of like you do your work and then it unfolds as it does. And doing the work becomes part of the journey. So that's very interesting. So I then, when something comes up, some clue or indicator, like in this case, Oman came up, 3 people told us about Oman. And we started doing a little research. And we tried to get there on the last trip, which was 2 years ago. But it didn't happen, but we got to United Arab Emirates. And from there, I read that you could get a visa that would allow you to visit both countries, 15 days. And so then we start charting what would we do in 15 days. Well, here it is 2 years later. We do have it booked, but it's going to be 7 days this time. We're only going to stay in one location, Muscat. And so then we try to find a nice place within budget, near the beach, and then start exploring the sites around that. And also just to, with this slow travel idea, just to take in the flavors and the culture and maybe meet a few people and have an authentic experience in that way. So my go-to travel app is Skyscanner. And I just punch things in. Their feature that I love is that you can put for destination everywhere. From where we'll be arriving, I type that destination in as the starting point, and everywhere out from there as the destination. And it gives me an idea of the airlines and the routes that are common to that place. It's not immediately intuitive. So to look, but since it is a discovery phase, to look and see what is related to it lends a little flavor already. You get to see, oh, there's flights coming from Abu Dhabi, and there's flights coming from Giza in Egypt. So it starts to unfold. Now the other part is the budget. We look for one-way flights. We look for not necessarily the cheapest, but affordable. And that depends on what I'm calling my travel index. I'm still working on it. Cash flow in, outlays, obviously expensed out, and how many more days till our recurring income arrives? Do I have to go into reserves? So there's lots of things. Like this week, Olga's going for her dental work, and that's a budget outlay. It's not something that happens every month. We plan for it somewhat, the first phase. This is the second phase where she actually gets the new teeth, and it doesn't break the bank, but it slows us down a week, which is great because we're doing the slow travel thing. Okay, so Skyscanner, I found a direct flight from Trivandrum, which is the next town up from here, Kovalam, to Muscat for $100. And that puts us in the Middle East. And where we go from there, we have an idea, but we'll take it step by step. So with that settled, we go back to enjoying our stay here, looking around. Olga just messaged me that she found a new place with clean water and the people were swimming, and so we'll probably go check that out later today. Her dentist appointment is until 4:30, so we still have some time. One of the things I love about Kovalam is just kind of this, hanging out. It's quiet. There's no cars nearby, and it's these small lanes. When I go out, I'll film some of the small lanes. They're sometimes just a meter wide, and there's palm trees. And yesterday I caught a glimpse of I thought it was a cat at first, but it was a Mongoose. The knees are the second thing to go. So you then ask, what's the first? And I say, I don't remember. There's little animals that can take on cobras, and they have a long, fluffy tail. I'll come up with it.
From last year, we know that this hill is called Cardiac Hill. For obvious reasons, it's a real steep climb. Even the engines are having issues with it. Oh yeah, we're looking for my dentist. He's here somewhere. I know I've seen them before, but I couldn't quite place where that was. So looking for the location because I got to go in tomorrow. It's a trek. All right.
This is one of those little lanes that I talked about. It's less than a meter wide.
Yeah.
And that bright light out there is actually the sunlight as we get onto the boardwalk and the surf. Hopefully some detail will come. But you can feel with the color and it's close in. No hustle, no bustle. There it is. This is Lighthouse Beach. Because up there on the hill is the lighthouse. It's almost 10 and we're just going for breakfast. Okay. Okay, here's our breakfast spot. It's a little hard to find because it's down this little alley, but it's been very cutely painted and decorated. Plants at the entrance. The friendly lady from Nagaland. Hello. The food is great. They've got murals on all the walls. And Olga waiting for her idli. Yeah. She particularly likes the tiles.
Oh, yeah, the floor is so creative. Look at it.
It's like a huge mosaic.
It's like no rules, just right.
Uh-huh. Did you say no rules?
Yeah, no rules, but just throw it in there. Look at it.
Uh-huh.
It's awesome. No fear.
Even a few surfers today. Good morning. We've been looking at these little cotton rugs. They're called duris. And we have one that's a little longer, a runner, sized up. And I thought that we might be able to pack it in a yoga mat bag for taking it back rather than having to ship it. Uh-huh. It's from Tibet.
scoop that fish out. Effortless. My gosh. I had to see that. Nice and quiet today. And still we have lifeguards on their posts. And an occasional runner, which always makes me happy. Fitness is a great thing, especially when you're traveling. You have to try to keep up with some things, or it won't be good. All right, moving on.
Okay, I've delivered Olga to her dentist. We'll see a smiling face come out. Huh? There you... Yep, next steps. Okay. There's always the chance that when Olga comes out, she'll give me this one, but that's okay. Kovalam sunset. See you next time.